name is Ramatu Marabu. I'm the Country Director of Speakers Corner Trust, Nigeria. We are here today for our annual Youth Amplified Debates, which is targeted at secondary school students. We will enjoy the debates today. Thank you.
My name is Marilyn. I'm the Project and Finance Officer, Speakers Corner Trust, Nigeria. The Youth Amplified Debate that we're going to be holding today is the second of its kind that we've held in Nigeria so far. The format of the debate is we're going to have three speakers on each side, one proposing the motion and the other opposing the motion that democracy is the best form of government for Nigeria. So I'll be moderating the debate this morning. I will have each of the debaters come sit beside me when it's time for them to argue their own case. And then they get up, if they feel more comfortable, they get up and then they address the audience. And then they go back to their seats. We have the three people speak, and then the final speakers give a 1-minute summary of their arguments. Then we have our judges here who score them based on their appearance, their composure, their communication skills, the clarity, conciseness, credibility of their arguments. So at the end of the day, we have gifts for our winning school and the winning team, the best male speaker and the best female speaker. So we hope you will enjoy the program today. So this morning we have people from debaters from Model Secondary School Maitama and GSS Jiwa. So before we go into a few goodwill messages, we'll start from the representative of the Secondary Education Board, Mr. Yohana Enoch.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please permit me to stand on the listening protocol as I read the goodwill message of my Deputy Director, Board Curricular, Haja Nasir Binta. I feel very honored to be given the privilege to give a goodwill message on behalf of Secondary Education Board on this unique and important occasion. I want to start by registering our unreserved appreciation to the organizers of this program, Speakers Corner Trust Nigeria. Indeed, the development of a sound educational system is not the sole responsibility of a single organization, but it is a synergy of all concerned government and non-governmental organizations and individuals. We are therefore happy with the partnership and support of Cornerstone's Trust. The importance of public speaking and debating skills cannot be overemphasized. No wonder. The motto of Speakers Corner Trust is promoting freedom of expression, public debate, and active citizenship. For one to be able to express oneself clearly, exchange ideas, analyze issues objectively, and think divergently, it is a great asset, especially in the academic world. I am sure that today's occasion will go a long way in inculcating these much desired skills in our students as we commemorate this year's Children's Day. Last year's event was a huge success. I am optimistic that this year's one will be better, and we wish and hope that it will be an annual event as we continue in this sensitive business of grooming vibrant manpower and analytical minds for our dear country. The debate theme for this year is democracy the best system of government for Nigeria? This topic is very apt and timely, looking at the current trends of events happening in our country. To our debaters, GSS Jua and MSS Maitama, you should count it a privilege to be selected to participate in this year's event. For you to be selected among the over 50 schools in the FCT shows that you are winners and forces to be reckoned with as far as debate is concerned. It is a friendly thing and not a do-or-die affair. We shall have a winner among you at the end of the day, but it's just part of the fun. And our students are well known for display of spirit of sportsmanship. Let me not take much of your time. I am sure we are eager to hear our debaters looking out on this very important and sensitive topic, while our panel of impartial judges will decide who carries the day. I wish you a very happy contest and whatever listening. Thank you and welcome.
I have nothing new to teach the world. Truth and non-violence are as old as the hills and the mountains. This was a saying of Mahatma Gandhi. Democracy is solution to violence, totalitarian and self-centered system of government. Let the blind man bids farewell to democracy, but a country like Nigeria that is enriched with potentials and leading personalities can never be blind to cast their precious gold into our nation. Before I go further, let me apply the base of the chief adjudicators, impartial panel of judges, the moderator, the co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eze Chisom from the team proposition, and I'm here to propose the motion as you heard from the moderator, is democracy the best form of government for Nigeria. Democracy is derived from two Greek words, demo and kratos, meaning ruled by the people. According to Abraham Lincoln, defines democracy as a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Before I go further, let me remind you the history of democratic system of government in Nigeria. The democracy started with Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe in 1963. Also Alhaji Shehu Shagari in 1970s. Alhaji Abdulsalami and his adopted democracy in 1990s and 1999. Then Abdulsalami brought back democracy and handed for a civilian government that lasted till now. Any militant that would like to bring down democracy, who looks like lion and treat us like animals. This allows us to record first, second, third, and fourth Republican democracy expressed in Nigeria. Dr. Goodluck Jonathan defines democracy as a government of all people. If not for democracy, how can the 250 tribes, no 180 millions of people, no 774 local governments be recognized in this country if not for democracy? How can their voice be heard? Those cattle areas in the bush, or those that are living in rural areas, how can they be recognized in this country if not with the help of democracy? At this junction, I will leave the stage as my other opponents are coming to enlighten you more about democracy. That democracy is the only form of government that will give me, as a student, to talk and interact with all of you here. Thank you.
Movement without vision would be a movement without moral foundation. This is the problem with the Nigerian system of democracy, as our leaders do not have any vision of progress, nor development for this dear country, apart from siphoning funds and possessing power. Good day, Mr. Chairman, impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, my fellow students, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joy Osai, a student from Model Secondary School, Mitamara, Abuja. Is democracy the best form of government for Nigeria? Well, no. Capital no to this question. And I will answer you and tell you my reasons. Government can be defined as a machinery established by the state to organize, manage, and most of all, administer its affairs. Various forms of democracy is being practiced, and various forms of government is being practiced in different worlds. But I would like to tell you some of them, like theocracy, plutocracy, aristocracy, democracy which Nigeria is presently practicing, and so on. Abraham Lincoln, the father of modern day democracy, defined it as government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But I will tell you our own definition in Nigeria: think of themselves, by themselves, and for themselves. Wow. Now, I will take my comparison based on the system which Nigeria has been practicing over the years, which are democracy and militarism. Over 54 years of Nigeria being a sovereign state, she has been able to stand on her own, which some say democracy has been a major pillar of strength. But I would like to inform you that out of those 54 years, 30 years have been used by the military regime to rule our country, which I would say has yielded great results. Supremacy of the Constitution is the future of democracy that says that the law of the land, known as the Constitution, should be supreme and above in any political considerations. Laws have been made to punish offenders, yet several public office holders have committed serious crimes which by now they are meant to be behind bars, facing the wrath of the law. But what do we see? They are given the freedom to run our cities freely, all in the name of the so-called parliamentary, executive, and military. I wouldn't want to go about calling names of such occurrence because this is visible in our present society. It is just simple. The foundation laid for democracy by our past leaders is not a solid one, and it might not stand the test of time. If we must practice democracy in this country, then our leaders must learn to change their course of action. If not, the practice of democracy would be nothing but a mirage. And on this note, I rest my case.
Free is not meant to cast off one chain, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. I am by name Precious Hope, and foundation of security forces like the police academy and the aids to mention but a few. Because as it is highly important in every democratic process when nascent or advanced, because the security management is one of the foundations upon which a thriving democracy sector. Take for instance, the police academy in Budin, Kano State is training over 2,500 police personnel, intelligence officers and army officers in professionalization of security forces. I believe in democracy because it releases MGs to all human beings. Take a look at on the 4th of March 2014, the president had a child forum interview, and due to the help of democracy, people were opportune to ask questions through the media chat like the Twitter, email, and text messages. But if I may ask you, during the time of the late General Sani Abacha, were we citizens opportune to voice out our opinions? I will leave these simple questions for you to ponder. I believe in democracy because it releases energies to all humanity. Just like I know my opponent would like to say, in this country, Nigeria, are we not practicing democracy and still yet we can't see a change? But I would like to prove you wrong by saying, according to Martin Luther King, who said that change is never easy, but with teamwork it is very easy. If you only he who is far from the truth can't see the truth, but me and my team propositions, we can see.
My name is Hamza Bukola, a student of Modern Secondary School, Maitama, Abuja. I am here to say no to the motion. Is democracy the best form of government for Nigeria? The late Professor Chinua Achebe in his book, There Was a Country, stated that Nigerians are corrupt because the system that they live under makes corruption so easy and profitable. That system is democracy. Corruption has been a tyrant, and it's still a tyrant that is eating deep into our country's fabric. There is corruption everywhere, in our schools, in our hospitals, and even in our churches. It doesn't matter if as a young graduate you have a first-class degree. If you don't know how to rub hands, you are going nowhere. And that is why, because of the too much freedom that democracy has permitted, our leaders have decided to indulge in corrupt practices. In the military regime, every official showed corruption because they were sure that they'll be seriously dealt with. But in Nigeria, corruption is treated with levity. We say we have the freedom of religion. How many of you here can even go to your churches to practice your faith without fear of being bombed by Boko Haram? We say that we have the freedom of
We call it democracy. How many of us voted for them? How many of your votes counted? They hijacked it. And we are here debating about democracy and military. Look, the truth is, we must tell ourselves the truth. In Africa, military dictatorship is what works. The people we are talking about democracy and all that, it is because of the way of their culture, the way they have been brought up. A child walks to your father, hey mom, hello dad, my boyfriend is coming, sit down. And the parents sit down. In Africa, it is not our culture. Will you dare tell your father that you have a boyfriend? No. So this is our own way.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wilson. I'm from Brooklyn Secondary School, Gariki. Well, I want to start by saying that God himself is a dictator. He never asked for anybody's permission before he created him black or white. Did he ask you? No. Did he ask you where you were born? You did not choose any. Now, when you talk about democracy, who are those that occupy democracy? The military. They drop their uniform and they enter into the democracy. So when they go into the democratic regime, they still practice autocracy. They practice dictatorship. Your voice does not count. They said the majority have the say, and minority have the say, majority have to do. Now, democracy is not the best for this country. I am telling you. As I'm telling you because I believe in God, and God is not a democratic man. He doesn't have a view. So God will say, this is what you must do, this is the law. Like that man said, I have a 1.5-year-old daughter. I say, leave that place, she will not listen. But when I get here, she will run. Is that not autocracy? I force her to do what I want to do. Now today, I am insisting that we go back to military regime.
In my own opinion, I don't think democracy is the best for this country. Because without democracy, I don't think all these people coming to this country, in and out of this country, will be doing that. And that's why there is Boko Haram. Boko Haram everywhere, bomb blasts everywhere. Let's try autocracy for once and see what will happen. Thank you.
We will see that in Nigeria many things are happening. For example, in the northern, Yaya bomb blast that killed about 100 lives. kidnapping of our 231st school girls in Chibok. But with the end of democracy, the voice of these innocent girls were heard.
For this country, for all this corruption that is in this country, I don't think democracy is a good system of government for this country. Thank you.
Would you take the money if you see a military man sitting down and then you see money far away from the man? Would you take the money? There is fear if you see a military man sitting somewhere. That's the fear that was in us before democracy came. So now the fear is out and we're like, we can do everything we want. There's embezzlement, there's fraud, and then there's freedom. It's not right because democracy is now and everyone thinks they have the right to do like whatever they want to do in the country, and that's not right.
We all learned something. We have a lot to take home. Yes. I just want to thank everybody for participating, all those that participated, those that won, the teachers who supported this process, because you can't be here without your teachers. Teachers, thank you very much. We thank all of you for being here, for your patience, for your contributions, and we hope to do it again next time.